Hello guys, PBI2 here. In this video I will be making a CS2 investing tier list for cases. Of course this is just my opinion. If you have other opinion or disagree with me, just write it in the comments and we'll have a discussion about that. And let's start with the video. So the first case we have is the danger zone case. I think this is a candidate for medium ROI. It's been in the rare pool for a while now, I think like 1 or 2 years, and the knives, the rare special items, they are quite okay. It has nice covert skins, the AK Asimov, so decent return, and probably an AK that will always be popular in the game, so I will go with medium ROI. It's around 80 cents I think. I think that's solid. Next up we have the Chroma cases, I think. These will go in medium-low ROI in my opinion. The Chroma knives, they have amazing finishes. Of course we have the Marble Fade that is very popular in the community because we reached a time where very shiny skins are very nice. I think it's also the Tiger Tooth in there. And supply for these 3 cases is relatively low compared to something like Danger Zone. So these will constantly go up in price I think, but only slowly, like maybe 50% a year, 40% a year, so I think that's good for medium low. Next up we have, these cases are very old. It's 3 old cases, case 1, 2 and 3, and I will put these in low ROI because they are already at such high prices. These will go up in price, but only very slow. The weapon case 1 is already at 120 euros I think, so there's not much potential to go up in price very quickly. Next up we have the fracture case. I think it's the first case to put in high ROI. The case is still actively dropping, so I would maybe wait until it goes in the rare pool, but you could also already get those with cheap buy orders I think, and then you could take the flip and sell them when these go rare and people panic invest in them, or you just hold them for 2 and 3 years and they could be going for €1, 150 maybe, and it should be quite decent. The Gamma cases have very nice finishes, just like these 3 cases here. It's not the Marble Fade, sorry, it's the Gamma Doppler effect. The Emerald, very popular among the community, so I will also put these in the medium-low ROI. These also sit at, I think, €3, just like these 3, so I think they will go up in price, but only in medium speed. The 3 esports cases I will put in the same tier as WM case 1, 2 and 3, just because they are so old. Then we have the CS20 case, and I think this is the first candidate I will put in don't tier, because the rare special item of the CS20 case are the classic knives, and the classic knives are not very popular in the community. Supply for these cases is pretty high, demand is relatively low, so I think in this case your money would just be sitting around the same price and won't do much up and downs, but move very slowly, and I don't think it's a good pick. Next up we have the clutch case. The clutch case I will put in medium ROI. Obviously the clutch case has the same knives as, I don't even know, I think it's Revolution and not Recoil. So this one here, Revolution, and I still think that the supply of these cases, of the clutch cases, is very high. Probably still tens of millions sitting in inventories, but the Chinese player base used to open these a lot, and I think if we see something like a summer hype, we could even put this in higher ROI here, but I think these could maybe double in price in the next few years, but of course I can see the future. Next up we have the Falchion case, and I will put this in the same tier as the CS20 case, because the Falchion knives are very unpopular, and I think that's all I have to say here. And demand for this case is also not high. Next up we have the Dreams Nightmares case, and man, I could talk for hours about this case. It's very interesting considering its investment potential, because this case has has broken rules some other cases have followed. Like this one never reached a really low bottom price. It's always sitting around €1 plus, but also its demand is very high. It's still actively dropping, and I will put it in don't invest yet. I will be making a second video, not with a tier list, but a second video about case investings, where I will talk about a lot of these cases in more depth. So leave a sub if you don't want to miss that. Next up, we have the glove case. The glove case is very interesting. I think I will put it in here to the medium low ROI because it's, I think, performing even better than the breakout case. And I think it deserves to be here and not in the low ROI, even if it's already at €8, I think. Next up, we have the Horizon case. I would put the Horizon case on the low ROI range because it has the same knives as Danger Zone, and the Danger Zone case gets opened a lot more since it's much cheaper and the supply here is being much higher. So I think these cases are being bought first, and then people would go to the Horizon case. I wouldn't be surprised if you guys would put this in the medium-low ROI tier. I'm unsure about this because I think this case will perform better than these cases. But also, as you heard, I'm not a fan of it because demand is low. Just the same knives with Danger Zone. Danger Zone is cheaper, so people will open this. I will put it in here. No, I will put it in here. This one is hard to decide for me. I think we would need something in between here even, because I think it's not as good as Chroma, but also I wouldn't say it's as bad as these contenders here. Next up we have the Winter Offensive, and it has the OG knives and OG finishes, but I think it's too expensive for them. We have better alternatives to get the OG knife and OG finishes, like the revolver case we will come to later. So I will put it in here. Next case we have is Bravo, and yeah, this one goes in here as well because we have the same argumentation as with these guys here. The Breakout case. The Breakout is very interesting. We have amazing butterfly knives in them, the OG knives of course, and I will put this in medium-low ROI because it's such a safe pick to go up. We won't reintroduce them, most certainly, at least. And I think it's a contender for here. I will put Horizon up here because I think it's not that low. And yeah, let's go further with the Broken Fang case. The Broken Fang case is very, very high in price, unexpectedly, as I think, because back to when we saw Operation Broken Fang, a lot of people, including me, were farming these cases with multiple accounts and just grinding those missions, and yet the case got to €5, €6 and just kept rising, which surprised me, to be honest. And I think we've seen a lot of this case's potential already, so I think I will put it in low ROI. Next case we have is the Operation Hydra case with the AVP Onitage, which is a very, very popular covert skin. But the case is very, very expensive. I will put it in low ROI already. And when I'm speaking low ROI, I don't think these cases are bad investments. These are just very old cases and the ROI is low, but these cases here, they are probably very safe. And especially this one in medium-low ROI. But I think only considering the ROI potential, I would put them quite low already. Next up, we have the Phoenix case. The Phoenix case has OG knives with OG finishes, so that's a plus for that, and I will put it just next to the Horizon case. And yeah, let's go on with the Riptide case. The Riptide case has the same knives as the Dreams and Nightmares case, of course. The Riptide came first, and it went up in price like crazy. So I think we are already at 7 euros, maybe even 8 euros, I don't know at the moment. But just like the Broken Fang case, I think we've seen most of its ROI potential already gone. Next up we have Vanguard. Vanguard has the same knives as the Phoenix case. It's the OG knives and OG finishes, and this one is already more expensive than the Operation Phoenix case, so I will put it in here. The next case is the Operation Wildfire case. I think this one is an interesting candidate because of the AK fuel injector, which is, by the way, my favorite AK skin, and I'm unsure about this one. I would put it in here, I think. Medium low ROI. I think it deserves to be in here because of the AK, but maybe I'm biased because I love the skin. Next up we have the two Prisma cases. I think they are very similar to the Danger Zone case because they've been just in the game for the same time, and the knives are pretty similar. And yeah, I will go with medium ROI. The next case we have is the Recoil case. This is interesting. The Recoil case is sitting around 70 cents at the moment, and it has the same knives as Broken Fang, I think. And Broken Fang case is obviously very expensive in comparison to that, so I think if gamblers want the Broken Fang knives, they will just open the Recoil case instead of that one. And I'm unsure now if I should do it, put it in the don't invest yet category or in the high ROI category. I think I will go for high ROI, with the reminder that you shouldn't invest in them yet. Because of course they will stay in the drop pool for a little bit longer than a few months, but I think we might be at bottom prices for this case at the moment. 18 cents. If you get a buy order for 15 cents maybe, you will have great ROI with that one in 3 to 4 years maybe. So I put it in high tier. Next up we have the Revolution case. This one is at 50 cents at the moment and has the clutch case knives. I will put it in the don't invest yet because it's very, very new and it doesn't deserve these tiers yet, because you should wait, guys. Then we have the Revolver case, and actually I will put it higher than all these cases because it's the youngest case with the OG knives and OG finishes. So the Revolver case is the better alternative to the Phoenix case, to the Vanguard case, and I think it actually deserves to be here because it's been at 2 euros now for a few months, and I think it's potential to go up further from there. The Shadow knives, it's just like the Falchion knives. I think it's not a good idea to invest in them. The knives are cheap, the supply is relatively medium, but demand is low. Don't do it, guys. I think it's not good. Shattered Web, I think it deserves the same category as Riptide and Broken Fang. The supply is very low, but these cases don't get opened a lot, and the price has been very stagnant for a few years now. But I wouldn't be surprised if we see much movement with this, so if you guys are a fan of it, if we see a hype, maybe also in medium here and not medium low. I'm unsure about this, guys. Let me know your opinion on that in the comments. I would be quite interested in that. Next up we have Snakebite. Snakebite is a clear contender for high ROI in my opinion. It's been in the rare pool for months now and still sits around 20 cents. I could definitely see this case going up a lot in the next years. Then we have the Spectrum knives, the Spectrum cases. They have butterfly knives in them, and people love butterfly knives. So we put it in medium low, I think, because they are already quite expensive, but I think that's okay. Next up we have the Huntsman case. At least I think it's Huntsman. I often get confused with these two, but I think it's a low ROI candidate and it's already very high in price and people don't really like the Huntsman knives. So I don't think there's much potential for it in the future. The last two cases we have are the two new CS2 cases, so the Gallery case and the Kilowatt case and the Gallery case. I will both put them in don't invest yet. The Kilowatt case just because it's very new, it will drop in price probably. and the gallery case is because we have many unknowns. We don't know how the gallery case performs because it's part of the armory update, and we don't know if there is a rotation system yet or how it behaves in the future. So I will definitely upload a video if something changes with the armory system and the gallery case gets removed or something, because I think the gallery case could have great investment due to low supply. And yeah, that's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and please let me know your opinions on the cases, because some candidates here were very hard for me to decide and I'm genuinely interested. Goodbye.